Okay, let's be honest for a second. Have you ever styled your hair, looked in the mirror and thought, okay, this is working. And then you caught your reflection an hour later and thought, wait, where did it go? If you have thin or fine hair, this is not in your head. This is real life. And today we're talking about it. Well, hey there, and welcome back to All About Hair. This channel is where we talk about hair in a way that actually makes sense. No pressure, no perfection, just things that work in real life. Today, I want to walk you through 5 simple hair hacks that make fine hair look thicker and fuller. But before we jump in, a quick heads up. If you have ever had mornings where your roots are flat, your ends are doing something weird, or your hair just won't cooperate, I've got you. I created a free Good Hair Day kit you could download right below this video. It's filled with my quick fix stylist tricks for flat hair, frizz, flyaways, oily roots, and those I'm already late moments. Grab it. You'll use it more than you think. All right. Let's talk fine hair. Okay, here's something I want you to hear clearly. Fine hair is not bad hair. Thin hair is not a flaw. It's just hair with different needs. Most frustration around fine hair comes from trying to style it the same way we style thick hair, and then wondering why it won't behave the same way. So the goal today isn't to add more steps or more products. It's to make a few small shifts that create the illusion of fullness, structure, and lift without overworking your hair. Okay, let's start with color because this one is big and often overlooked. If your hair's fine and it's all one solid color, it can look flatter, even if it's healthy. That's because solid color doesn't create depth. And fine hair lives or dies by visual depth. So you want dimensional highlights. It helps hair appear fuller because they add contrast and movement. And from behind the chair, I can tell you, this is one of the fastest ways to make fine hair look thicker without changing the cut at all. Now here's the key part. You don't want chunky stripes and you don't want super high contrast. What you want is soft dimension. Think natural light hitting your hair, think shadow, movement, especially around the crown and the face. When highlights are placed intentionally, the hair visually separates and expands, and that creates the illusion of fullness. You also want to make sure to not put highlights underneath. We want to create more depth from the O-bone down to the neckline. I often color the hair right in this area, the natural color, or put lowlights there. This is one of those changes where people say, wow, I didn't even cut much off, but my hair looks so much better. That is the power of depth. Okay, let's talk about ends because this is where a lot of fine-haired people get stuck. If your ends are wispy, your hair will almost always look thinner than it actually is. Fine hair already tapers naturally, so when we overlayer or thin out the bottom, we remove the very thing that makes it look full. Blunt ends help because they keep the perimeter strong. They give the eye something solid to land on. But remember, blunt does not mean heavy, boxy, or stiff. You can still have softness, you can still have movement, you just don't want all the weight removed at the bottom. A strong perimeter instantly makes fine hair look healthier, thicker, and more intentional. This next tip costs nothing and it works immediately. Your hair gets trained to sit a certain way, so when it always parts in the same spot, it eventually lays flatter and flatter. Flipping your part, even slightly, forces the roots to lift. And the best part, it doesn't have to be dramatic. Try just shifting your part after your hair cools from your blow drying. Use your fingertips to loosen the roots just a bit and then flip it the other way. It gives that effortless, Ooh, I didn't really even try volume, and those are my favorite kind of tricks. Now this next one is old school, and yes, it still works if you do it correctly. Blow drying upside down. It helps your roots dry away from your scalp instead of flat against it. Gravity becomes your assistant instead of your enemy. But here's where people go wrong. They stay upside down way too long. So dry your hair upside down until your roots are about 80% dry. Then flip back over and finish it with a brush or with your hands. This gives your lift and it gives you control. So your hair looks full, not chaotic. Now, let's talk Velcro rollers because they're back. And honestly, they never should have left. You do not need a full set. You do not need 5 rollers. You need one good size roller right at the crown. This is where fine hair collapses first. So this is where we want to support it, right here. Put the roller in while your hair is slightly damp or warm. And you want to put it over direct it and then roll it up. And then hit it with warm air for about 15 seconds. And then let it dry completely. This cooling step is what locks the shape in. If you skip the cooling, your volume won't last. Here's what I want you to notice about all 5 of these hacks, okay? None of them are extreme. None of them require buying 10 new products. And none of them fight against your hair's natural texture. They work with fine hair, not against it. And that's always the goal. If you want all these quick fixes and more in one simple place, make sure you download my free Good Hair Day emergency kit below. It's filled with things that I actually tell clients when they're frustrated, or if they're short on time, or if they just want their hair to cooperate for once. If this video helped you, would you do me a favor? Hit subscribe, share it with a friend who's always battling flat hair, and leave me a comment. I want to know, which one are you trying first? The part flip or the Velcro roller? And remember, when you know better, you do better.